Hi, I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson. I'm an astrophysicist with the American Museum of Natural History right here in New York City. And I host Star Talk. Look at that, Star Talk Radio. And it's fighting all these air molecules. Like, what's up with that? We win. Astrophysicists win.
Oh!
Yeah, I said it.
Snap! Star Trek, Star Trek, Star Trek, Star Trek.
Yeah, I'm old school with the big traditional series, TV and movie series. So I'm old school Star Trek. I'm partial to the old crew, Captain Kirk. I always ask, Kirk or Picard, you know, and each captains of starships, but very different in their character and personality and acting talents. Right? So I think no one argues that Picard is a better stage actor, right? But if I had to pick who of those characters I would be, I think Kirk from the original series. I liked the way he could make a decision on the seat of his pants, and everything about his mind, body, and soul knew that that was the right decision. And you have to feel that way to make a split decision. No time, Spock, let's spend 20 minutes calculating. The Klingon already destroyed your vessel. So I'm old school there. Star Wars, I never got into Star Wars.
It's not true. That's impossible.
It was too. I never got into it. I don't know. Maybe because they made no attempt to portray real physics at all. I like the double star sunset scene. We got most stars you see in the night sky are double and triple stars. So that's a very common thing we would expect in the universe. But yeah.
Tyson, and we are live at the Neptune Theater, Seattle! This is Star Talk Live. Eugene Merman, tell us who's brought with you.
I brought the wonderful Paul F. Tompkins.
Yes.
Hello.
Comedian extraordinaire.
Thank you, the universe.
And the lovely and equally wonderful Kristen Schaal.
Really excited!
And we had an extra seat. We caught him just walking around outside. Will Wheaton, we all know and love.
Thank you. Of all the timelines I currently exist in, this is my favorite.
Excellent. Now, how many remember this guy when he was a little kid in that movie? You remember that movie?
I wasn't in the movies. And I'm not doing the truffle shuffle for you,
Okay.
So if that's what you came for, leave.
So we're less concerned about your childhood acting as we are later in your later years. You took some seriously geek roles in a lot of TV programs. And what's interesting to me is you can have actors who just like are paid to do that, but that was you.
I was an enormous Star Trek fan before I was cast in Next Generation.
As Wellesley Crusher.
Yeah, you know what? I'm so much of a Star Trek
That's where I know you from! Oh! This was killing me!
Now, aren't you glad that I didn't just tell you? Because I would have robbed you from the joy of that discovery.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I remember Toy Soldiers and that blank after.
Yeah. You in the entertainment industry until about 2006.
So Wellesley Crusher in Star Trek The Next Generation, TNG, if you're in the circle.
Right.
Yeah.
If you don't have, if you're very busy, you don't have time to say things like the Next Generation. I'm such a big Star Trek fan that I noticed that your sideburns are actually pointing at Star Trek.
He noticed. I used to have like 1970s mutton chop sideburns? They were in style at the time, okay? And then I transitioned, and I said my homage to Star Trek was to do the pointy. So
when I was
first person to ever notice that is right here to my right.
Achievement unlocked.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for that.
So when I was a kid and I was working on Star Trek, LeVar Burton and I were the only two original Next Gen cast members who were sort of like very proud, out of the closet Star Trek fans. Nobody else really knew the show like we did, and I would go there.
So you were like legitimate characters on the show in that sense.
Yeah, there was like I did things like I was flying the spaceship, like you do. It was. The buttons that we had didn't really do anything. It's kind of, yeah, I know. Well,
really?
This is what I want you to imagine that you're at like an important conference and you're trying to use your iPhone. It's very much like that.
It happens a lot.
Yeah, but I invented a series of buttons, and this particular series made the ship go to warp speed. This particular series of buttons put us into standard orbit. Nobody knew it, nobody cared about it, but it was very important to me.
Well, it probably showed in your face.
Yeah.
The Robert De Niro of Space Shuttle button pushing.
Yeah. I wrote a book about it that nobody wanted to buy.
What kind of conversation is this? So, let's get back to the deck of the Enterprise.
Okay.
Okay, so there's all this technology there. I know it's fake technology, but it's still technology we can think about.
Yeah.
And if I may share this brief story,
I wish you would.
Okay, in the original, I'm old enough, so I remember like the original, thinking, could that happen or could it not happen? And I'm thinking, all right, they got this thing that makes food hot real quick. Okay, maybe that's okay. All right, and they had this little card they stuck in a machine.
Wait, I'm sorry. I don't remember any scenes of the original Star Trek where they just heated up food.
No, there is. Well, there's a.